Perth taxi drivers are lobbying the government for a fair go as business continues to plummet. As Scott Cunningham found out, some drivers have lost their nest eggs, others now face losing their homes.
At 71, Eileen Latimer has clocked up thousands of kilometres in her taxi. She's been driving the people of Perth since 1979.
My house was only 15,500, my plates were 20. It took me 10 years to pay for it.
An investment that was meant to secure her retirement.
What's happened to that nest egg of yours?
It's just gone. It's completely gone.
Since the inception of Uber 3 years ago and other ride-sharing services, passengers have deserted taxis. Some cabbies claim business is down 70%.
It's not an exclusive industry anymore. My income went from about $3,000 a week down to about $1,200, and now I can't make the payments. So the bank wants to repossess the house.
Deb Papamichael paid $300,000 for her plate 6 years ago, borrowing against her mortgage.
The plates now are worth about 70 to 80,000, so I can't even sell it to get the money back.
It's a regulated industry. Yes, we paid whatever the going rate was, but at the same point in time, it was dictated by the government of the day.
We went along for a ride with Eileen Latimer. It was 11:30 in the morning. We were in Subiaco.
Sometimes you do 12-hour days. How many clients or passengers would you have throughout that time?
Sometimes 4, 5, 6. Sometimes if you're a lucky day, you might get 10, if you're lucky.
For a 12-hour shift, the 71-year-old can end up with as little as $80 in her pocket.
7 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours, you're just sitting around doing nothing, or out of the paddock talking to the other taxi drivers because there's no work.
We've been driving around the streets of Subiaco with Eileen for about half an hour now. Since then, there have been no fares for her to pick up. There are also 14 other cab drivers waiting for passengers. Taxi drivers say the demise is because of increased competition and an unfair playing ground between ride-sharing services and taxis.
If we didn't have to pay out what we have to pay out, then we could be cheaper too.
The state government is looking at a compensation package, including a taxi plate buyback. It says it's on track for the end of the year.
We're doing that modelling at the moment, and what we want is a sustainable, fair industry into the future, which allows everyone to operate.
But for some, they're worried it may be too little, too late.
For the last 2 years, I've struggled through and made and kept going, but I've come to the end now. I don't have any resources left.
Scott Cunningham, 9 News.